Hello, hello! Welcome back to Red Ted Art. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you. Today I have a very special new type of video for Red Ted Art and I'd like to get your feedback on it. I'm doing special episodes, so Red Ted Art TV straight into your YouTube channel homepage. Basically, it's a bit like my other compilation videos. You might have seen a couple of them around, but instead of speeding them up, you know what? Let's sit back with a cool drink, take our time and really get into the detail. So I've got 3 crafts for you today, for those of you who love Pokemon. I'm sure you'd guessed that already, but it's not just Pokemon, it's 3 Pokemon crafts that are related to back to school. So come on, keep watching, keep making, and let's see how they're all made. So the first craft we have for you today is, as indicated already, these fabulous tin can Pokemons. Now I love these because you're recycling, you're making the most out of out of old tin cans, and you're really getting your desk in order for the new school year. They're really quick and easy to make. I have 2 versions. One is the make it yourself version and the other one is a printable, and the printable is so quick. Literally you run them through the printer, cut them out, stick them on, job done. But anyway, let's have a look at these great desk decorations stroke desk tidies. So for each Pokemon you will need 1 tin can, you will need some paper in the corresponding colour, you'll need a little bit of scrap white paper to do the embellishments, tape, a little bit of glue, pens and scissors. Now if you don't have the papers in the right colours, I understand, so I have created these printables for you. So you have a choice, either you print and assemble or you create your own, so it depends totally on what you have at home. So the first thing you need to do is to make your paper the right size to fit around your tin can. Now to do that, you take your tin can, you wrap your paper around, get it as neat to the bottom bit as possible, and then you give it a little gentle squeeze around the top to create that kind of crease. And then you cut it out. I should have creased it all the way, but it's okay, we can manage. And I think that fits well. Cut off a little bit at the edge because we don't need all of it. That's a good fit. Keep these pieces because you can always use them for other projects, and then prepare all the other 3 colours. So I'm just going to quickly cut those out, and then when we've got all our sheets ready, we'll do the next step. So we have our 4 sheets of paper cut out. We're going to put them to the side, and now we're going to create our features. I'm first going to draw Squirtle and then do all the other characters, and you can just watch those in fast motion. Just make sure they're all the same size. It doesn't matter too much how big you do them. It's really a question of preference, as long as they're the same size relatively to each other. have all our faces. Now let's just check that we're happy with them, and if we are, we can glue them on. Now these are probably slightly smaller than my printable versions, but I think that's okay because it's just a handmade one, isn't it? So we have, get them in the right places. I think they work for me. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to glue them down, and after I've glued them down, I'm going to add some little details, but we'll speed that bit of the video up again. So we have our 4 pieces. Now, as mentioned before, we do have some printables. I made these slightly wider so that you can trim them to fit your tin. So you've got one of each, slightly different faces, but I think that's fine. So you can use those, and that's actually a lot quicker, but you know, you need to have a printer for it. And now we're going to stick them on. It's really easy. What you need is a little bit of tape. Let's find the edge. Tape it to the end. Put this on the back, so then you won't see it. And carefully but neatly curl it around. And then you take a second piece of tape and tape it down. And then I'm going to repeat it for the other 3, and then we'll have a look at all of them together. Look at that, so cute, so easy. So let's take a look at the others. Together. Aren't they adorable? So fun. Just made from paper, a little bit of tape and a little bit of glue. Okay, so how was that? Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. I love them, and I think they're so cute and they look fantastic. Anyway, that aside, let's get on to the next Pokemon craft. Now, those of you who are familiar with my channel probably have seen these before, but I'm always getting new viewers, which I love. So for those of you who are new and you haven't seen these before, here is the next back to school craft. So we're going to be doing bookmarks. So this one is a Squirtle. We've got a few actually. We've got Charmander. We have Bulbasaur. And of course we've got, I think Eevee's gone hiding somewhere, and we've also got good old Pikachu. Now in this video I'm going to focus on, I think, Bulbasaur. I really love Bulbasaur, but obviously there's links down below for the other characters. They're all made in the same way, you just decorate them in different ways. So we'll look at the Bulbasaur video now, and if you do want to have more, you know, don't forget to look in the iCards and you can check out all the other videos. So come on, let's take a look and see how to make our Pokemon bookmarks.
Hey, it's Bulbasaur! So for Bulbasaur, we will need some light turquoisey paper, a little bit of green paper and some white paper. I also have a red pen, a green pen, of course my black pens, and scissors and a Pritt stick. Now I know it's really hard to match the colours up, so really I think you could make it in light blue if you wanted to, or you could make it in light green. I was really lucky that I happened to find this paper in some of my scrapbook. So yes, try and see what you've got. As with all our corner bookmarks, we begin by creating a square. So I bring this corner up and line it up with the top I hope that's it's a bit thicker, this paper, to compare to some of my other ones. So you'll see that this whole series has got different types of paper as I try and match the colours. But you know, you needs must, right? You can of course just use pens as well and colour them in. That also works. So I've got my triangle. I'm gonna, you know, so you lift it up, it's a square, fold it over. Now you bring this corner and bring it up here. Like I say, this is a bit stiffer, this one, than my other papers. But it also means it'll probably last really well. Now I'm going to bring this corner up all the way. Make nice strong creases, especially if you've got card like me. Open it up, bring one of the two flaps down, like so. Then bring this over, tuck it in and fold down. So again, paper's a bit thicker this time. And same with that one. Fold down like so. Here we go, basic book corner done. Now to turn this into Bulbasaur, I'm going to have to add some little ears and obviously make the very special eyes. I also decided I might round off the top. Let's just round it off now, because then later when we add the bulb you can actually see it. There we go. So I've rounded it off. Now let's make the eyes. As always, I'm going to fold it in half. And then I'm going to draw the eyes. So with Bulbasaur's eyes, to me, especially if you're looking at him from the front, or I'm not quite sure, is it a girl or a boy? It's got sort of like it's a bit triangle-y, and then opens up like that. Do you see what I mean? So it's a sort of straightish line there, going round and then coming straight down. And then I'm going to cut this out ×2. Yeah, I think that's quite good. You don't want it too big. I can never tell when you're sort of drafting it if the eye is going to be too big or too small. Sometimes I have to recut it, and that's fine. Don't worry about it if you have to do that. There we go. I'm going to use this piece. So I don't know if you've seen my other Pokemon bookmarks. I've got loads of them, more than that in fact. I'm going to outline the eye just to kind of give it that cartoony feel. Okay, now I'm going to add the details. I want to have sort of like a reddish eye with a shiny bit in it. This is quite red. I think sometimes Bulbasaur's eyes look a bit pinker, but I quite like this. This looks good. Looks a bit grumpy, doesn't he? That's okay. Sometimes they are a little bit grumpy because they're being chased. Now very carefully put the glue on. You don't want to smudge anything. Now I think Bulbasaur's slightly beak-like, and again it has two little dots as nostrils. And I'm going to put some lines here and some lines here. So this, now I need some ears. They're basically just triangles. Always make them a bit bigger than you think you'll need, because you need a bit of surface for gluing. I wonder if I've been doing that off screen. I'll have to check the video at the end, please. Apologies if I have gone off screen a little bit. I get so carried away doing my craft that I don't always pay attention. Don't know if you can hear that. My neighbours are playing some music. Lovely. Right, now I want to add some little details. With this one, I'm going to pretend that the paws are actually facing forward, because I think I want to have a little bit of I want some extra colouring basically. So I'm going to just, with a pencil, very carefully draw some paws. It doesn't have to be accurate. And then put some, technically these claws should be white, but I think I just have to leave them. Unless you want to get little bits of paper and stick them on, that's okay. And now I'm going to add some of the markings on the top. So this is just a green pen. Do like a slightly bigger, and a little triangular one here, and then maybe another little one here, and then put some on his paws. It's looking really good. What do you think? So this is your basic Bulbasaur done, but I want to add a bulb to his back. So time to make a bulb. I'm going to cut a piece of the green paper off. This is actually the second bulb I'm making. If you're very eagle-eyed, you will have seen that I knocked the camera earlier. And then I had to readjust it. So for the bulb, I'm going to draw what looks like an onion. So it's like a big circle, like so. And then like a leaf in another bulb behind it. And another one behind it. I don't know if you can see that, but you will in a minute once I've added the black. As always, it's not an exact science. Here we go. I think that's quite good. Now what you want to do though is you want to do another mark on the back because you're going to be able to see the bulbs from both sides. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay, so when I glue this on, you'll see the bulb from here, but also from here. So I'm going to glue it on. Like so. There we go. And then when you turn them around, you've got the bulb there as well. And then if you want, seeing as you've got the back now, you can also add some little details. Here we go. Isn't he fabulous? I do love Bulbasaur.
We do love a bookmark, don't we? Honestly, I can never have too many bookmarks. I don't know about you, but bookmarks are so handy. They're great little gifts. And you know what? If you lose one, you just make another one. I've got over 100. Brilliant. In fact, if you want to see them, down below, I have a video where I do my show and tell of all my bookmarks to date, and you can have a look at that as well. Okay, it's time for our third back to school Pokemon craft. What will it be? Let's have a look. Trying to reach for them. Okay, ta-da! I'm just getting them into a little bit of order. Oh yes, it's a them. It's not just the one. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Can you see those? Okay, they're little notebooks. Look at them. Really, really cute. Now, I use a little bit of glue to cut out and stick on the faces, but Otherwise, the rest of these are no glue and they're really simple. No staples, no glues, no sewing or anything like that. Although those are really good bookmarks too. Not bookmarks, notebooks. But we have 4 little notebooks and they're so cute. So it's a cute little back to school craft. Obviously it's not a super handy one, it's just a fun one. You know, you can write little messages to your friends. You know, you can write little stories, all sorts of things. So come on, let's take a look and see how they're made.
Right, to make your basic little notebook, all you need is 2 sheets of paper of contrasting colour. Depending on how many pages you want, you can actually make several books out of 1 sheet. So in fact, you could make 4 orange books out of 1 and 4 7-page or 6-page booklets out of the white sheet. But let's start with the outside. So to start off, you're going to fold your piece of paper in half. Now some of you will, I'm no doubt, ask, can you make these in bigger? Yes, you can. You just have to make sure you adapt the dimensions. But this is the easiest way for an A4 sheet of paper. If your dimensions in your country aren't exactly A4, that's fine. Use the ones you've got, follow the instructions, and you'll just get a slightly different shaped booklet. Next thing you'll do is you'll fold this in half and cut. So this is now 1 cover sheet. And like I say, you can use the extras again for some other projects, and it's really easy. So to make your cover, now you need to fold, actually I'm not going to fold it all the way in half, I'm just going to give a little marker here. This is, I want to find my middle. And the reason is because I want to have a nice neat front cover. I don't want a fold going across. So I've just given a little marker, I'm using that as a guide, and I'm bringing the outside edge all the way to the middle. Turn it round, repeat, bring the outside edge all the way to the middle and make sure you've got a nice neat crease. This time I'm going to fold it in half that way, so bring that side over to meet the other side. Open up. Now this time I am not going to the center, I'm going, check this, just about 2 millimeters from the center. Do you see that? That's not quite to the center. And this basically allows your pages to fit in a little bit neater. And also, if you're adding more pages to it, it will be, you know, allows for the bulk. So if you see, this is not quite to the center. So this is your outside. Yay, they all match. Isn't that great? So I've got my outside ready. Now I need to get my pages ready. Again, you take your white sheet of paper, fold it in half, fold it again, there we go, create a nice long piece. Now as I'm going to cut this, I'm going to cut just inside the white line, and that's because when this slides in, you don't actually want it to be exactly the same width, you want it to be slightly smaller so that it does fit inside your booklet. So I'm going to cut slightly inside, not much, just about a millimeter. So it's got to be slightly smaller. Put this to the side. And now we need to fold it in a concertina fashion to fit in. Now to make this as neatly as possible, I've started off by just creating some guiding folds. So I'm folding it in half. Not too, don't make this too, you know, the crease too strong because you're going to change it again in a minute. So I've kept folding it in half a few times. I'm going to unfold it now because I just wanted these creases. So the first one is you have to fold it in this direction. Now I'm going to do a concertina, fold in that direction, fold in this, bring this fold over. Try and get them always lined up, and now get your creases nice and neat. So it should look like this. Okay, so it's a concertina look. Tuck it in. And then take the other side, and again you see these folds, you can tuck it in. Now that is your basic booklet finished. Isn't that neat? Now that's obviously only got 6 pages, so if you want to add more pages, what I've done on the yellow one is you literally repeat that last step. So you've got another concertina, and then you take 1 page, tuck it in, make sure it fits. Here we go. I think that fits, she says. And then give it a good crease, and that will actually stay. So if it bothers you, you can glue this together, but I know some of you will go, but you said this is a no glue graft. It's no glue. If you leave it like this, that's fine. But if you want, you can of course glue the center ones together, but to be honest, I don't think it's necessary. And that is very easy, 2-colored mini notebooks. Now I think they're really, really cute. Now, as lots of you love Pokemon, I know that some of you would like me to maybe decorate them. Now I'm going to decorate them using paper, pens, and a little bit of glue. And again, those of you who said this is a no glue project, you're quite right, it is a no glue project. You can just use pens on the front, that's fine. I just love the extra detail that you get from using white paper and sticking it on. You don't have to do that, just colour it in, don't worry about it. These are no glue notebooks, and I think they're really, really cute. So I'm going to speed the video up for this, just sort of because it'll take ages otherwise. And you can watch me decorate these and turn them into adorable Pokemon notebooks, okay? And here they are, all finished. Aren't they adorable? I think they're absolutely wonderful.
Right, that was it. That was our first episode here on Red Ted Art. Now, I really hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed sharing these crafts with you. I enjoyed not rushing through them like I sometimes do. I mean, I'm still experimenting with the different formats. So as mentioned before, I would love to hear your feedback. Obviously, a longer video, you need more time to watch, but then you get all the details. So there's pros and cons to everything. If you like this video, please leave me a like, a comment. Of course, subscribe to the channel. But above all, and this is what's really important about the whole channel, it's keep watching, keep making, and of course, I'd love to see you again soon. Take care and happy back to school. Bye.